Citizens, what's going on? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So, I've got something a little bit different for you. We are on the PTU, which is currently patch 4.1.0. Now, I've not played this yet, and I am looking forward to it as I've seen quite a lot of videos demonstrating the features and the implementations that Star Citizen are bringing to the game. I am worried. It is a PTU, so we could run into quite a few bugs or issues, but we will deal with them as best we can. So I'm going to do a couple of the contracts to see what they're feeling like, then we'll do some exploration, hopefully find some of the creatures, finishing it off with finding that orbital mining laser, and with any luck players will have already done the process to start it up and we can just look at the laser, because it is a little bit of a long-winded process. However, we'll dive into the actual game now and see how promising 4.1 actually is, and I'll also give you my feedback at the end. Alright, so if you've not actually been to Pyro yet and spawned at a station, this is what I am presented with. This is Ruin Station, and you can definitely tell why it's got its name. It's not exactly in the best condition. I've got another player just spawning there. Oh, okay, just run straight into me, dude. Okay. They are definitely lost. But yeah, pretty cool station. Very, very well put together in terms of the graphics team and the actual placement team. I think this place looks just really, really cool. You know, it's very, very unique when we look at Stanton or compare it to what we were used to back when we only had Stanton as a system. And hey, if you get cold, there's a fire going right next to the elevators. Hopefully the lifts don't bug out. Like, the lighting and everything like this is so cool. They've done such an awesome job of Pyro. I know some people really don't like it, but I think it's great. I really do think it's great. It's so, like, messy, but it looks good, if that makes sense. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. And look, we've even got Michael Jackson. Look at this. Michael Jackson has appeared in Star Citizen. So as you can see, there are still a few AI and NPC bugs, but other than that, this place is so good. I mean, I'm not sure if I'd actually want to get any of this food, as it does look interesting. I mean, let's just have a look at this. That just doesn't look healthy, does it? It looks like a radioactive maggot or something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that. Thank you though. Yeah, it's moving. Yeah, so here we go. We've got Sharpshooter's Shop, and this is really, really cool. It's like some sort of underground weapons dealer or something like that. You got a really cool helmet here. This just reminds me of Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy though. I am very tempted to get it, but I'm not sure it's going to be that good. Helmets that look like this generally don't stand up too well, do they? What else do we have? Yeah, same sort of stuff as I would use normally. Some clothing as well. We've got a jacket with a hood. Yeah, so cool. I think what I'm going to do is pick up... Let's have a look. Yeah, the P8SC, that'll do the job for now. And then we'll get plenty of ammunition. I just like the P8 SMG, I like the P8 rifle. I just think it's just such a simple rifle. Does the job. Pretty effective. We're going to get plenty of ammunition so I don't run out if we need it when we're doing the contracts. All this sort of stuff, this like diving helmet weird thing that's definitely still in white box phase. But yeah, pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out if you get a chance. Go to the markets, have a look around. It is part of the game, and yeah, you will enjoy it. Just probably don't drink the water, because yeah. So far, the gameplay might actually look pretty smooth compared to some of my older videos, and that's because we're on my new PC. The only downside is I still have my 3070 Ti in it. So I've got the Ryzen 9950X, 64 gigs of Vengeance DDR5 RAM, as well as the ASUS Hero motherboard and a few other really cool bits. But I still do need to upgrade my graphics card when I get a chance and when I can afford, more so than not. And hopefully the game, when I'm doing these videos, will be even better. But It does feel good so far. It really does. I love how we've got like this guard force just holding here. And then you've got like this really messed up sort of weapons emplacement just here. I'm not even sure if that actually works if you come in here all guns blazing, but yeah, pretty cool. Oh yes, the Super Hornet. Quite an old ship now, but still pretty decent, especially against NPCs and AI, so it should be more than capable enough for us to do some stuff for this video. Hopefully, anyway. I do miss my Hurricane. I don't know why my Hurricane isn't actually part of the PTU list. Really strange. Don't know why it's not on there, but it is what it is. Okay, so as I say, we're on the PTU. If we do have any 30Ks or any sort of weird crashes, I can only apologise. Like I say, this is like an alpha of an alpha, so yeah. But we'll see how we get on. The Super Hornet is looking really cool though. I know it's always looked like this, but it's just such a awesome looking ship. I think it is anyway. Alright, I've just got to say this while we pulled away from the station. Look at these visuals. How awesome are they? This is the one thing that I really do love about Star Citizen. The visuals. The amount of work they put into leaving nothing undone when it comes to how something looks. It is such a cool game when you see things like this. Granted, we have to deal with a lot of bugs, but when you've got visuals like this, it's pretty spectacular. I mean, just look at this. How's that for a view? Absolutely stunning. And remember, this is just with my 3070 Ti. Alright, so now we're done checking the visuals out, what we're going to do is have a quick look at the contracts tab, and hopefully we can find something to spark our interest. So let's dive into it. What do we have? So we've got mercenary jobs. Pretty interesting. Want to be a headhunter. So there seems to be a lot more mercenary jobs than there were before. We could have a look at this. Pilot in distress. Yeah, let's give that a try. Let's give that one a little bit of a go. For me, although there are a lot of bugs in Star Citizen, like I say, it does have moments in this game that no other game can compete with. I get there are a lot of errors, and there's nothing more frustrating than almost completing a contract just to have a 30k or some other sort of bug hit you. But stick with the game, it really will develop into something even more special one day. I really do believe that. I think the engagement range is around 10k, is it? I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I actually played. Alright, so there's 2 bogeys at the minute. That one is actually closer, isn't he? So let's get this one. Hopefully I don't accidentally hit the pilot we're trying to protect, because that would be a real shame. Whoa, and one just buzzed right past us. Okay. Interesting how I am target locking my own missile. You can see it's been such a long time since I actually played this game. Properly, anyway. I do need my HOTAS. This is making me realise this. Need them shields to replenish fast. I don't feel like we're doing any damage to this mole, you know. Not enough, anyway. We are hitting him quite well. I'm starting to hit him now. Maybe if I can get his rear engines. If I can get his rear engines knocked off, then we start. Let's focus on the port side engine now. There we go. That's one of them. Engage with missiles. Might be a good idea. Although he is starting now, yeah. So we knocked off his engines. That's good. What's this other ship we've got to deal with now? Ballistics would have probably been better on these. Oh my god, they are desinking all over. Holy dogfight. Holy dogfight. So we need to focus on knocking the shields down, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare, considering how desinky they are. Sometimes you're best just going static so they don't chase, you know? Come on, replan, replan. Oh, now he's hitting me up as well. I love how he stops desyncing as he hits me up.
Target destroyed.
My goodness. Oh, no. We got a Pisces, this little thing. I've got to tap this one up. At least the shields go down so much faster on this than anything else. He's actually scrapping with me. Wow. This is crazy, like, how desync can just make everything so much harder. Oh my god.
Target destroyed.
Oh, thank god we've got one more left. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a lot of fun, but it's so much hard work. Oh, come on, you definitely can't take these amount of hits. Out of all the ships we've been hitting, you should not be tanking this. I suppose he's quite red, actually.
Target destroyed.
Wow. Oh my god, we've got another one. Oh no, these are the destroyed ones. I am actually going to finish these off because I'm evil. Objective failed! No! Oh, we didn't protect the ship. I think there's one more left just pounding him. I didn't even see. Ah, feels bad. Well, let's bug out. This is, yeah, this is such a junky mess, dogfighting. Well, unfortunately, desync definitely did benefit the other fighters there. However, hopefully the ground missions aren't as desyncy as though. Alright, so I'm not actually sure if there are any sort of creatures or anything like that on Terminus. But I know there's supposed to be new alien life forms around certain planets. We've already seen the space cows. Now the space cows are pretty awesome. However, I would love to see something absolutely weird. Just scary weird, you know? Something you look at and you're like, what is going on? Whoa! Okay. Okay, so I just randomly exploded. Alright, so it's round 2. We are heading back down to the target's location. Now, I don't think flying too low helped me. I have no idea what that bug was. Perhaps we had, I don't know, something left over from the dogfight that was connected to, I don't know. But for whatever reason, we just exploded. It felt like the game thought I'd hit the deck. So hopefully this time that doesn't happen. But we will... I guess we'll find out. We are only 15k away from this target's location, and I think I'm going to try and do most of the damage from the air. What's that there? We've got a hammerhead down there. That's interesting. And it looks like we've got another player over there. Okay. So we've got a hammerhead and multiple structures near this little pool of water. Everything is going well so far, he says. Let's try and get eyes on. So I'm not sure if that's a player hammerhead. But it probably is. Let's try and scope out what we can. Alright, so I think the enemy is actually on that tower, you know? There might be a really easy way of doing this. Pretty simple way anyway. Yep. Well, that was a little bit ridiculously easy. I don't know why they'd put anyone on a tower like that. Nice and simple. I guess we now find another contract. Whoa.
Shields hit.
What do you mean, shield? It happened again! Alright, so we got an eye on here. Question is, are there any players? Cool ship. Really cool ship. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go on the left. Alright, we're in. And on the right is the console. Alright, I think we're good. See how, like, the FPS is so much better, the game is so much smoother right now than a station. Like I said, I've not exactly got, like, a bad rig. I'm not seeing any AI yet, which is strange. Could be a bit of a sign that we're not alone, that a player may be here. We need to be relatively careful. No one playing pool, no? What we got in here? Aberrus suit. Yes. I'll take this stuff. That looks well cool. So in this room here, this gated room, you're actually going to find quite a few good things that you could potentially need. So don't really need any of that actually. There's normally some bits on shelves as well. What's this? Whoa, okay. Oh, my mouse just disappeared. We'll take that. They can have that. Yeah, why not? Something a bit random, isn't it? I want that hat. I want that hat. Okay. So yeah, there are a few little loot boxes. Sort of vary, I believe. Looted that one. Come out of there. We need to go back this way. Clear out these little lasers. And then we go through this hatch. Can loot this little box on the right hand side as well. And there's also like a random body here. Oh, okay. So these must be AI, you can loot them. And they've got some fairly cool armor. Now this bit is a little bit of a awkward one to jump up, but I always try and jump on this right hand side. You get it right. Because like sometimes the jump here, or the climb up, doesn't want to work. It's really weird, but you've got to like just keep at it. Then eventually you get there. And then you should be able to just, when you get to this position, just climb up like that. For some reason it tries to like crouch you there, so just be patient. Be aware of that. But up here you can get some more loot, so it's worth checking out. He says, if it wants to work. Okay, let's try again. Really, I'm getting some like weird server frames. Well, normally you can loot that, and then you just come around here and drop down. And then all you need to do is access this elevator. I'm just actually shocked that we haven't come across any NPCs or anything, you know? So these generators, you can actually just destroy them in a few shots. So if I like switch to, I don't know, my pistol. There you go. Try and save your ammunition on like your rifles and SMGs and stuff. And again, we've got one just here. You can actually hit this one from up here. It is like a little bit awkward. Maybe it's this one on the right. Yeah, there you go. So you get the hit markers for it. Yeah, so not gonna lie, a little bit disappointed in this contract so far. You know, I could have done it without any firearms or anything. It's a little bit boring. Anyway, let's finish it off. Done. How crazy is that? Yeah, so it looks like there probably was supposed to be AI spawn here and everything. I've definitely seen AI here in the past, but there are none at the minute. What is this? I don't know what that is, but we'll take it. I'm going to skip this bit and we'll try and find some other little bits and bats, and then we'll yeah, I'll put my sort of decisions together on what I think of the patch. We need to visit the orbital mining lasers. That'll be pretty cool, the orbital laser. Alright, we'll have a look at that, see if any of them are active or working, and then we can go from there. Ah, and there she is, the old jump point. Again, if you've not seen this yet in game, really, really cool. Such an awesome sort of feature to have in this game. Granted, when it first came out, I had an absolute nightmare getting through this thing. But it seems to be working 90% of the time. Not too sure what you think about this feature yourselves, but for me, I think it's really, really cool. Really do enjoy doing this jump back to Stanton, and from Stanton to Pyro. It can be quite tricky, especially if you're flying a ship that you're not used to, especially in third person, but it's definitely worth doing. Make sure you give it a try, and don't be afraid to jump in or ask for help. Watch my guide on how to do this on my channel, it will help you out. Okay, so how to find some of these orbital lasers for the caves. So you're going to look at Daymar. When you get to Daymar, you're going to be looking for this sort of cluster of facilities. So we've got Aritus PAF1. So you're looking for PAF. Now there are a few facilities on Daymar as well as Aberdeen, and if you find the ones with PAF, that cluster, that is where you're going to want to go. Just remember what I said. They are very temperamental from what I've heard. We're going to find out. I am going to show you it. Hopefully one of the lasers is going, but if not, we're going to be a little bit unlucky. As you can see, there's some here as well at Lamina, PAF2, and I believe there is a third PAF on Daymar somewhere. Maybe this one. Well, there's 3 facilities on Daymar, and I think there's 2 on Aberdeen. So if you want to check these out, that's where you need to go. Okay, so we can already see like a player just down there, and I'm going to assume there's quite a lot of ships around here as well, which means the FPS is going to tank. However, we'll have a look at the facility so you've got eyes on it, and then in a later video, when everything's a bit more stable, we'll do an actual guide on how to activate. I will talk about it briefly here, but you can also research it as well, but I will get out a guide at a later date. Okay, so this is our main sort of tower here with this comms array satellite station, if you want to call it that, or dish. And essentially we get 5 cards. We get a blue card that leads us into a red card room. We then get the red card that leads us into 3 rooms in here where we collect all 3 cards. We then insert the 3 cards into a platform here, which we then activate. That then activates the dish. We then go up to the actual orbital laser itself, activate that, come back down, and then there's another building somewhere that I haven't seen yet which activates the actual laser. That laser then hits the ground and creates a huge cave where there's very rare material and plenty of loot for you to get. It's a really cool idea, and it will be very, very interesting to see, but this is what one of the platforms look like. I will try and fly to another very fast before we end the video, and hopefully we can get eyes on it actually happening. Ah, here we go. So I've just been flying up. I didn't think we could see it, but this is the actual orbital laser itself, and this thing is so big. It's so awesome. Look at that. Now I believe that part of it, when you are activating it, you have to go on this to do the actual activation module, and you've got to be careful because Ninetales are absolutely everywhere. But this is the laser itself, and look at the size of this. It's absolutely huge. It's almost like a station itself. I'm not 100% sure where the entry point is on this thing. Okay. So it's down here, and I think that might be Ninetales as well. Maybe not. That's just wreckage. So I think there's a lot of players trying to get this done. As you can see, there's debris just everywhere, and you've got like an entry point just there. But you need everything else working first before you come up here to do this part of it. So you go in there, do the activation, and then boom, the laser starts firing down on a position after you've activated the actual ground side of it, and yeah, digs a huge hole essentially. But this is the orbital laser. Okay, so here we have it. This is the actual dish, and look at it. It is firing up. It is connected to its partner, which is right above us, straight up there. So I believe that is it connected, and this is what it looks like. How awesome is that? That is so awesome. So I think that's the first bit of it done. They've activated that, and then they need to go on top of here on the actual orbital laser itself, activate it, and then we need to find, I believe it's down there, the actual launch control system. But we'll fly up to the orbital laser and we'll see if we can see anything. I think that guy's actually clearing out a few of the ships, so good on him. Right, let's jump up and have a quick look at the actual platform itself. Okay, so as I say, expect huge FPS issues here and bugs and weird things. But I know that Ninetales are around here, so we need to be careful. But this is the orbital laser. So cool. So cool. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what we do here, but we will find out. Alright, so I know there's normally supposed to be Ninetales around here. So again, just be very careful. And that's the actual laser itself. That's the reactor for it. I wonder if we can get this thing spinning. And here's our controls. So we need key cards. Okay, so we need access cards and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, you get your access cards, and essentially I believe you put them in here and then do the rest of it. Got like a server room. This is so cool. Alright, so there are a few more steps to take. You have to place 4 batteries in a certain position, and unfortunately I do not have a grav gun with me right now to do that. My multi-tool is set in my inventory back at Ruin Station. However, I do think that these aren't working quite at the moment due to the bugs and issues that have been presented earlier on in the video. But this is a really cool place to go and check out, get used to it, and just find your way around so you can find different areas. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please let me know. As always, for me, 4.1.0 is looking promising, but there is a lot of stuff to iron out before it gets released, and I hope they do that, and I'm sure CIG will. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Remember, hit that thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.